Hey guys, Fred Bowler here, the Wildlife Ambassador. And today's video is how to remove animals from a glue trap. It is number one of a series of how-to videos I'm going to be putting out. Glue traps are a hideous invention in my opinion. I do not use them and I do not condone their use because they end up trapping more than just what people want to trap, rats and mice, but they end up trapping birds, lizards, snakes, baby raccoons, and other baby animals. And it's just not a good way for these animals to die. So I'm going to show you how to release these animals from a glue trap. Thanks, guys. Okay, today we're using Timmy. He's going to be our volunteer to get stuck in a glue trap. So I'm just going to show you the process how to release animals with fur and without, such as snakes and lizards that are inadvertently caught in a glue trap. So Timmy's just walking along. La la la, I'm curious, I'm kind of hungry, and then I'm kind of, what is this? Uh-oh, is it something to eat? Oh, let's see, oh. And Timmy gets caught. And Timmy's not getting out of there. And Timmy's gonna die slow, painful, agonizing death unless we do something. And yes, you can do something. So you get your oven spray. Okay, I'm using canola oil, and what that's going to do, it's going to be a release agent. So it's not going to harm the animal, but you don't want to get it in their nose. You can get it on their eyes, but most of the time they're face down because that's where they're going and checking it out. So you want to spray liberally, spray that animal all over. Don't worry, Timmy. We're going to get you out, man. And you have to really be careful of animals with thin skin because you can tear the skin, you can pull eyeballs out. So the method you're going to use, and you got to be gentle. With rodents or any mammals, furred animals, you want to grab them and wear gloves because they can bite, but they're not going to be able to get around generally. But you're going to have to grab that scruff. So somebody to assist you would be good. And you're going to take, I'm using a little plastic scraper, and you're going to pry him up gently as possible, but he's going to lose hair. So it's almost going to be impossible for the animal not to lose hair. And what's that doing? As it's going around or coming up, you want to spray each time that you get somewhere with pulling that glue off. So you see that glue there. So you want to spray. And you're going to lift this little paw. It is so tricky sometimes, but it works, and it just takes patience. Okay, and that release agent, you're going to scrape that down. You're going to scrape it all off. And if he's got a little glue on there, that's fine, because that's going to come out when he sheds the hair. And to keep spraying. And animals such as lizards or snakes are going to shed. So all that glue that's stuck on there will come out, but you want to spray them. His little feet. I'll show you how to do it with a snake in a little bit. It takes time and patience. You don't want to hurt the animal, but you want to keep getting that oil, that spray oil on your tool to get him out. And obviously this is a synthetic fur, so it's not pulling out like a natural furred animal would. It's a lot easier with the naturally furred animal, but the idea is you just keep going, and it's going to be a lot more gentle with a furred animal, but they're going to come out, and be sure to scruff that or you're going to get bit. I've gotten bit, but plenty by squirrels and stuff, and rats, and it doesn't feel good. People have actually asked me to do this for them, or asked how they could remove an animal from a glue trap that's been inadvertently caught in one, such as birds, wrens get caught in there. And so by this time, if the animal has hair, it's going to pull out, and that's one of the good things about using the oil on a live animal. So okay, we got Timmy here. Timmy is upset. He's got glue on him, all right? But we want to spray his paws with the spray grease, because that's not going to allow the glue to stick anywhere else to him. And you're going to get it on his eyes occasionally. So you want to take, if he's stuck down there with his eyes, you want to take a smaller object, soak it in the spray. You're going to spray on it, and you're just going to, it takes time, like I said, just going to get it off his eyes and mouth. One of the squirrels that I saved had it all over his mouth, and his little lips were stuck, but it took a lot of patience and help with somebody else just to peel it off his lips enough where he could move his mouth and off his nose to breathe. And there he goes. A lot of times the animal will assist you in doing that too, and removing himself from, or trying to remove himself from them by pulling and such. And it kind of helps you sometimes. So we're going to use this rubber straw as a snake, and we're going to stick it in there, and it's stuck. These glue traps are unbelievably strong, and snake skin is really thin, lizard skin is really thin, so you're going to use something smaller like an orange pick, or you're going to use a popsicle stick, and you're going to cover that snake. And the good thing about snakes is once you get them out, they're fine. They're going to get dirt on the excess glue that's around. That's going to allow them not to get stuck to anything else. But you're going to take that orange stick and you're going to get that glue, that spray, all in that glue, all in the creases. You're going to follow it around. The snake's going to not be able to move to bite you. And if it's, I don't recommend this with the venomous species unless you really, really, really know what you're doing. I just would leave it alone, or get somebody that knows snakes to do it. That's a very dangerous thing with venomous. But non-venomous, you know, I've been bitten by snakes before trying to get them out with non-venomous. It's really not a big deal for me. It's like a bunch of little pins going into you. But, you know, you want to get that grease. Once it's really easy with snakes, because their skin is going to stick to it, their scale is going to stick to it, but you're going to do this, you know, you're going to just pry them out all the way. And once that grease is in there, that grease fills in as you're rolling them off or pulling them off. That grease, you can do it very gently. And as soon as that grease gets under, it's gone. And this works good with lizards. However, the little feet on lizards are tricky, so you just got to be gentle and take your time. There it is. Glue traps. What a hideous invention. Thanks, guys.